So I thought I would show you guys the duck run. Showed you the chicken run and kind of the goat area. This is the duck enclosure. We still have to put this fencing across the top to keep out aerial predators. We really haven't had a problem, but I'm just going to do that just for, safety's sake. But this is the area that the ducks have. The majority of the ducks in here are meat ducks. We do have a few that we're keeping. So let's see. Ducks are not the friendliest of creatures. They're scared of people. And so the first ones you see in the front there, those are gold-phase Welsh Harlequins. Those ones I will be keeping and picking the best males from to use in my Welsh breeding. I keep a couple of kiddie pools here. The kiddie pools, they do get dirty. That water was fresh this morning. Ducks love to put dirt in water. It's just what they do. So you can't keep it clean. It's clean for like 3 minutes and then it's dirty again. So we just refresh it every day and let them do what they do. But these are cedar trees that came off of a friend's property. And we put them in and then we made kind of a top frame out of it that we're going to lay the fencing across. They have this area over here is for winter watering. So I can put, I put like a 15-gallon galvanized tub there with a stock tank de-icer in it. And that keeps the ducks out of it in the winter, because if you have anything inside in the winter, they jump in it and then any water that splashes out of it immediately freezes. So you end up with a huge mound of ice and it's terrible to deal with. So we put the water on the outside in the winter and they reach their heads through the fencing to get drinks, clean their eyes out, things like that. So that works really, really well. So this duck hut, I call it, it has a partition inside. So part of it in the back is I open one side in the back for some of the chickens to go in, and then the part in the front here, that's where the ducks go. So I keep them kind of separate, just because that way I have an enclosure that I can put younger ducks out, and my bigger, older ducks, which I don't know, you can't really see them from here too well. They're down by the pool right now. So my older ducks don't bother them. So that's what I do, is this kind of, in the summer, it becomes a grow out pen. In the winter, it will have my laying flock of ducks in it to keep them from making a watery mess for the other birds, or an icy mess, I should say. But yeah, so this works really well. It's actually a really nice spot. It's big. They have plenty of room. Next year we're going to be doing something. Those were kind of, the kiddie pools were emergency kiddie pools, because the bigger one they had busted a hole in it, and the only place left was with them for the season was Dollar General, and they only had tiny ones. So that's what we got. So yeah, that's our duck area. Again, it's pretty big. I would like to add a little like gondola in there just for an added shade during the summer, but for now, this is what we have. I put the rocks in there so it kind of attracts bugs and they can pick through those. Some of them like to get up on top of the rocks and just kind of hang out. And we have plenty of rocks here, because every post we dig, we get plenty of more rocks. So I try to incorporate them and use them wherever I can. As you saw back here, I don't know if you noticed in the first video, how I use them as kind of like to keep the birds from going under the coop. I use them as a foundation too. So there's a little hen dust bathing back there. Yep. So it's getting there. We're getting more and more projects done. This right here is pretty cool. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They're called the ranch fly trap. They work awesome. Totally awesome. Can't recommend them enough. They are amazing. They attract so many flies. We probably dumped that out and had about 2 pounds of flies in there that we killed, opened it up, and dumped them to the birds, and they had a feast. It's a win-win. And then over here, I have set up a temporary young bird area, put the tent up, and put these dog enclosure things up. Just kind of like have them sitting here because the birds don't really make enough pressure on them to knock them over or anything. So it keeps the little birds in. It gives them a chance to get out of the brooder during the day, and then I bring them in the evening. So they enjoy it. They get to be outside on the grass a little bit. Hopefully next year I'll be able to make some kind of a tractor so I can move it around, but for now this works. You see our compost pile in the back there. That's one of them. We have a low spot right there that we're trying to fill in, so that's where all the compost is going for now. And that's our tarp to kill off all these plantains we get. It's awful. It takes over the entire yard. So we're going to try to kill it off and get some better stuff planted. It's just kind of a big project, doing a small piece at a time. But this is the duck run.